your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, 3 people suffered injuries when a pickup crashed with an empty beet hauler semi around 11:30 a.m. Monday. Officials with the Nebraska State Patrol say first responders were called to Highway 26, more than 3 miles west of Scottsbluff, finding a westbound pickup had collided with the rear of the beet hauler, which was also westbound, but was slowing to turn onto Sunflower Oil Road. Mitchell Volunteer Fire, with the assistance of Scottsbluff City Fire and their extrication equipment, freed the driver of the pickup. NSP spokesman Cody Thomas says the pickup driver, who was in his 20s, suffered critical injuries, and the 2 occupants of the semi, both in their 50s, suffered minor injuries. All were taken to Regional West Medical Center by Regional West EMS. The pickup came to rest in the eastbound lanes after the collisions, closing both directions of Highway 26 for vehicle and debris removal and accident reconstruction. Also responding to the scene was the Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Office and Nebraska Game and Parks. Well, the woman accused of defrauding at least 3 banks in the Nebraska Panhandle has been apprehended following countless tips made to the Alliance Police Department. Last week, Chief David Levitt released images of a woman who used fake identification to withdraw money from accounts at Security First Bank in Rushville, First Interstate Bank in Alliance, and Platte Valley Bank in Bridgeport, stealing nearly $30,000 in total. On Monday, he said after calls, emails, and tips, the suspect was arrested in Maine. Chief Levitt says multiple agencies across the country are working with the FBI to bring her to justice. Her name and hometown and any further details have not yet been released. And an Alliance teen is facing juvenile charges after disturbing social media video draws attention of law enforcement over the weekend. Police were alerted to a video circulating on social media depicting a male juvenile brandishing a handgun and making threats towards another juvenile, which appeared to have been recorded in Central Park in Alliance. Officers who had been at the park shortly before returned and detained a group of juveniles, finding a 9mm handgun, 1 loaded magazine, and 1 unloaded magazine in the possession of 3 separate juveniles. A 4th teen found with a single bullet confessed to having taken the gun from his uncle, recording and posting the video, and then handing the gun and magazines to the others to avoid detection. He now faces allegations that include terroristic threats, use of a firearm to commit a felony, and possession of a stolen firearm. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least 1 float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Welcome back. WNCC homecoming festivities wrapped up on Friday with the annual Alumni Friends Banquet. Lots of locals were recognized for their accomplishments, including Andrew Hunziker for the Outstanding Youth Alumnus Award, the Pilkington family with the Family Pride Award, and Jody Rosiska with the Outstanding Alumnus Award. The children of Merlin Mert Davis were on hand to accept his 2025 Lifetime Achievement Award, while longtime chamber director Karen Anderson was honored with the Tom and Kara Perkins Friend of the College Award. Anderson said that serving on the WCCA Board of Governors was a huge highlight, especially being able to work with so many others who truly cared about the college's impact.
I remember Tim Daniels was the one that mentioned, you should ask Karen. And I thought, I'm not even a college graduate. My education was unorthodox, but I kept learning throughout my life. And I said yes, and to be a chair of a community college, I never would have dreamed that, but it was great. I was out of my comfort zone, but the people were wonderful.
The Friend of the College Award had previously been named the Kara Perkins Meritorious Service Award, but following Dr. Tom Perkins' passing in August, the award was changed to honor both for their distinguished impact they made at WNCC. And Scottsbluff County Road and Bridge is advising area motorists of a closure this week that could affect their travel. Superintendent Steve Baird says Union Pacific will be closing South Morrill Road for repairs at their crossing about 2 miles south of Morrill on Wednesday. The closure will take place between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., and Union Pacific is in charge of setting up any related detour routing, barricades, and detour signs.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
From the Rural Radio Network, I'm Lacey Shippey with a look at what's happening in your grain and livestock trade today. We're seeing a very optimistic day for grains as they trade higher this morning with positive trade news over the weekend with new trade deals being made. On the cattle side of things, we are seeing the cattle futures tank today after of closing down, limit down on Friday. And to talk about it, we've got Kyle Bumstead, livestock market analyst. Kyle, we are seeing we're locked limit down in the feeders and some of the deferred live cattle contracts. Tell us what we can expect to see with that.
That's a good question. What can we expect to see? I mean, we're limit down. And I guess the positive thing is we can't go any further than 1375 on the feeders or 1075 here on the fats. We cannot expand those limits here as far as Tuesday's trade goes, but no news over the weekend, no new headlines or anything like that. So we're still reeling off of here these non-commercial funds liquidating, and we've crossed the 100-day moving average as far as the D's cattle go. We're down 922 on those, and we're seeing some more fund liquidation there. On the January feeders, we're $45.77 off of our October 16th high. So I think the bubble has popped here, gapping lower again today. This could be, as some would say, maybe an exhaustion gap. But the momentum has definitely rolled over in the Bears' favor, and that's not a good sign right now at this point, especially with the long position that these non-commercial funds are still carrying. Now, we do have some things happening here this week. We have October live cattle going off here on Friday. We also have October feeder cattle going off here on Thursday. So the feeder cattle are going to be marked against the index sales that are still going to be taking place there on Thursday. So we should have an idea where they're going to be settled against here on Friday. But looking at things here, you've got about a $20 discount of the futures to the cash index right now. So I'm not really sure that cash feeder is going to drop $20. this week, but anything is possible. We've seen crazier things happen. On the grain side of things here, like you said, it's all about the next headline in China right now. And right now, these headlines, you almost got to take them with a grain of salt because you don't know when the other shoe is going to drop and the other headline comes out and negates the first headline.
Well, thank you, Kyle. That is Kyle Bumstead, our livestock market analyst with a look at what's happening in our markets today. I'm Lacey Shippey for the Rural Radio Network.
October is Renewal by Anderson's United Against Cancer campaign, and when Renewal offered to pay for employees' radon testing and mitigation, several Renewal team members found radon in their homes. Deb was one of them, and she always wondered how she got breast cancer. Radon causes cancer. It's linked to Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. Radon is a killer.
People don't know about radon. They don't know what a killer it is, and they don't know how cheap it is to have it tested.
From all of us at Renewal by Anderson, please get a radon test now. It could save your life.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, VistaBeam celebrated major milestones in rural broadband expansion last week with fiber light-up events in both Kimball and Lyman. The company hosted an event last Thursday in Lyman, kicking off local fiber services to over 275 homes and businesses in the area, with future expansion plans into Henry. The following day was a celebration of the Kimball project, supported in part by the Nebraska Broadband Bridge Grant, which brings fiber to 1,600 passings, including a high-profile connection at the Kimball Fairgrounds. Those unable to attend are encouraged to contact VistaBeam to learn more about their fiber and wireless service options. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.